Okay, I don't want to be here all night. So, good evening and welcome to Mo Knows featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. Interesting. Interesting. The streets must have been quiet for a while because I don't remember hearing too much of anything in the past couple of weeks. I've been. I should have called this story time. I've been doing me, kind of, sort of. Um, you know, I'm in a new relationship, so I'm sorting through the perils of a new relationship, the good, the bad. Um, I'm working through my Momo moments and really trying to um, bifurcate out a relationship when I come from being a mess. So I haven't really been on this YouTube. I haven't been messing with you folks to that extreme. Just because I haven't been, it hasn't been of interest to me. And I think after dealing with the side hoe, or what was it? Whatever the fuck the bitch was called, whatever the trifling woman is who breaks up relationships, or side chick, side hoe, whatever the fuck it was, after going through that whole episode of that, while trying to speed date, was not a good endeavor for me. So I was just like, I went through that phase, and I, took a step back and was like, not appreciating how this shit was going down. Okay? So, where are we now? Yesterday, because I think people missed the narrative that I put to the video. And people came out here and they did their mind games with other folks, right? And I'm sorry for this. And this is the only thing I'm sorry for this evening, is that I am in a community with folks who are not critical thinkers, right? That's the terminology for it. I'm not amongst folks that think independent, that make their own thoughts and come to their own conclusions on situations. Instead, they feed off of, I'm in a group, I'm surrounded by subscribers, some other content producers who are inclined to go with the group. So if one person writes in a chat and says, I don't believe that person's capable of doing it, a million other people well, there's not a million other people, so 20 other people in the room will start to echo the same thing. I don't know this person to be able to do this. This is such a nice person. It's been 2 years of me knowing this person, and I've never seen them interact with somebody like that. Folks, I've been here. I've heard that same statement before. You know what? I don't have timestamps for it. I heard that statement before. I remember one night driving to go and pick up my daughter from work. This is in season 1, 2018. And I listened to P. Smith and Mr. McKenzie, Timothy McKenzie, on a live one morning. It was like after midnight. And I heard them on a live say, no, I heard Mr. McKenzie say, look at this situation with Monica and the Robinsons. Who you think is the aggressor in that situation? And I pulled over and I called into the platform. I I wrote in, I pulled over on the side of the road and I wrote in the chat and I said, drop the link. Because at that point I had heard enough. But the key statement there was, who do you think was the aggressor in that situation? Because Faith and JJ, they ain't never done nothing to nobody. Knowing what you know now, 5 years later, who do you believe was the aggressor in that situation? So yeah, I went on a platform and I called the man out. I called the man out that I had the utmost respect for, that I had made my first moderator on my channel. I called him out on that. And I watched him backpedal, front pedal, dive in, dive out, use his words. And I was like, It made me view a man in a different light. I'm not going to say, and at that moment, my vision of Mr. McKenzie changed. And for those of you who don't know who Timothy McKenzie is, right? Because I don't know around here. Everybody got names, right? So who is that? That's that account, that reckless account. Somebody who act reckless on here. That's that Barack Obama account. That's that bro something account, Bernard Bro Justice today, right? But before all of this, there was little old Timothy who had a cousin that was supposed to have been targeted by a chosen king, and he came out here to defend his family's name and integrity. That's who we're talking about today. That's who we're talking about today. That one person. So I heard him say this and I pulled up because y'all know I got a theory. I live by this. I live by this on the street. And I came into this YouTube treating this like it was real shit. No, what my brother from another mother says, no homo, no homo. I treated this like it was real shit. And I was like, yo, where you show up and show out, that's where I'm going to show up and show out at too. So I rolled up on there and I caught him in his web of backpedaling and doing that super talk that he does. And I ended with an eat it because I still was under the impression that I was talking to, like, y'all know I'm from the South Side. I spoke to him like I spoke to niggas in the South Side. Like I ran some shit around here. And I say, yo, act like you know better than doing the shit that you're doing. So what happened the following day? The following day, I have another live and Mr. Timothy comes up there and cusses me out, calls me a bitch. Yep, right on the live, calls me a bitch. And you got some other guy, y'all might know him, Huey P. He wants to come on the platform to defend my honor. I'm from the South Side, Jamaica, Queens. I don't know what that shit means. So I step back up here and I'm like, yo, I got this. I don't need you to handle this or whatever. That is the start of the problem between Monica, Mo Justice, and Reckless. That is the start of that. So when a man comes up here in 2022 and tells you that the breakdown of a relationship and why a person is upset with me begins with the Alithea situation, that is not the case. Say Allah. That is not ground zero of the problem. And see, this is the issue that happens among conflict. When you don't settle and quash conflict where it begins, it will fester and grow into a bigger problem that's out of control. And at some point, somebody might say to you, this is what started this. No, it started when I humiliated him that night when he was on a platform bumping his gums. Guess what? Today, I listened and I didn't finish listening to it. Sorry, KK. I listened to Karen's interview of him. All the way to the point where John Frank gets on the panel. That's as far as I got. I'm listening to it and it brought back memories of that night. Now let me take y'all, it brought back memories of me driving in the car to pick up tea in the rain, listening to these people talk about me, or listening to Mr. McKenzie up on the platform bumping his gums for a long period of time. This is just what happened today. He spent 4 hours sitting before y'all, probably in one of those nasty t-shirts, wife beaters, and fucked up curtains up inside a contractor's house, just like the thumbnail shows, because that's how he comes live on here. That's his imagery. Talking to y'all, doing something I call predictive programming. And many of you are so conditioned to it that whenever his mouth moves, you're just infatuated by it. And that was the issue I had yesterday with some account called 45. And basically, I stand on what I said yesterday. 45 presented a position in favor of the narrative that Mr. McKenzie put out here. Reckless put out here. So I listened to her believe what he said. I didn't make no live about it on January 30th. And just incidentally, January 30th is the day after my mother's birthday. And if anybody was paying any attention, you would know that this would be a year since I buried my mother. And January 30th was a critical day for me because the day before was my mother's birthday and it snowed in New York. And it snowed so bad that we were snowed in. And on the 30th, my sister went out to the cemetery to visit my mother. And it was covered with snow and she could not find my mother. So I had to go out to the cemetery and help my sister find her mother. So it wasn't a great day. But in the midst of it, I heard this live and I heard a woman say what she said. And I was like, I don't know this woman, but that's it. So yesterday, when I'm in John Frank's chat, I'm on his platform and I'm talking to John Frank because I know what the issue is with the rest of you. I'm talking to John Frank and I'm dropping him some what I call what? Hashtag background on some bullshit. And when I do that, people get mad because y'all like to write these scripts as if they're brand new. But you can't do that on critical thinkers. You can do that on group thinkers. You can do that on cult-minded individuals, non-group, non-independent thinkers. You can run that game. So I just go up there to drop him some jewels. Hey, Obama's fingers, hands, nails, whatever the fuck it is, fingertips being Michelle Obama. We done heard that shit in 2017. It wasn't even 2018. Yo, Mr. McKenzie, don't you remember that particular story? Let me walk you through it, sir. We was on Huggy's panel. So I'm dropping names because these are facts. It was one nice January day. We're up on Huggy's panel. And Reckless gets a notification from YouTube that they have now shut down his account some kind of way. So we're on the panel talking, shooting the breeze. I'm going to walk y'all through this whole scenario. We're up here shooting the breeze. As Reckless is on the panel, Mo. I'm up there. I'm just Monica. I think I might have been like Monica Mo Justice at the time, but I'm definitely known on this shit as Monica, okay? I am the disclaimer girl. Ask anybody that's been here from season 1. I was dropping disclaimers all over the place. Huggy is in a frenzy about something. Reckless gets a text that he can't do something. I don't think it was going live. It was like his channel had been shut down for harassing people. Okay? So, he's like, what do I do? What do I do, bro? Like, what? So Huggy's like, oh, that happens all the time, whatever. So Rec gets off, and I'm going to be polite right now. I'm giving y'all street shit. Rec gets off. So you got to be like down with somebody to be like, Rec. Rec gets off to go deal with this. I get off the platform to go assist him. Meantime, between time, Kevin Gills calls Huggy to come over to his room because he wants to talk to him. And it turns out Huggy thought he was going to want to talk to him about that Wrap It Up campaign and all this other stuff. But anyway, this is this time period. When we get off the platform, the first exit, I'm in a hangout with Reckless, walking him through, trying to navigate to get his to get him to be able to be seen or whatever it was that was blocked. So this is not the infamous email that I sent. This is just some shit that went down that YouTube had blocked him for harassing somebody, spamming or harassing, whatever the thing was at that point. You know what? Huggy then goes, because he's got all these people in the room that were coming from Rec, because Rec was driving the conversations. So when he says he was a big YouTuber, he had a large influence on this community. He is so right. He had, and that's a past tense, a large influence on the community. He bullshitted talk so much that he bullshitted himself out of a following. That's all that happened to him. And people, as time progressed, people saw it and he fell off. Point blank. There's no middle ground between it. Those are motherfucking facts. So we are up there and Huggy starts talking about those goddamn fingers. That segment goes on, and then Kevin Gills called Huggy over there. He puts his channel on hold. He leaves us up there running his shit while he runs over there to talk to Kevin Gills. And he's thinking it's about this Wrap It Up campaign that Reckless started, that Huggy tried to take credit for, that all of us like assholes was engaging in. Because I will always say that was the most reckless thing I did on this platform at that time. Because at a drop of a dime, we was over in people's rooms trying to shut them down on a Wrap It Up. You had to be here to notice. And if you were here to notice, knock me out on the comments and just be like, yo, I remember hashtag Wrap It Up. Because that went after Ricky. That went after all the big platforms at that time. Telling them to wrap this shit up. We're about to do something new. We was coming out with new channels. I was coming out with Monica Mo Justice as my own channel. So we was about to do some new shit different than what these old people was doing with this old shit. That was our plan. We was gonna change the direction of how this thing was going. There was gonna be cooking channels, right? It was a big vision, but it was just like hashtag Wrap It Up. We tired of this bullshit. Now, if you was here, then you know about it. If you didn't, we're telling you about some legacy shit, right? That's when everybody was cool with everybody, kind of, sort of, right? And other people didn't like that. And they saw the camaraderie, is that the word people like to use around here? Or they saw the collaborations. It's a beautiful thing. People get mad about beautiful things around here. People try to take credit when they see other people doing. So a couple of days later, snowstorm is going on again. I'm in Jersey at this time. So we are all stuck in our homes and stuff. So Reckless does a 12-hour live followed by, no, it's 8-hour lives at that time. So correct me. He does an 8 and an 8 back to back. It's the middle of the day. And we got people up on the platform. Oh my goodness. This is when, and people get so mad at me because I be reminding people, this is how I connect the folks to say, this is an organization over there. Okay? On the platform, there's this dude named Toby. Y'all might know him as Logic. There's this dude named Logic up there. There's this dude named King of Foe. Y'all might know King of Foe because everybody knows King of Foe. Because, you know, Mo had a huge crush on King of Foe. Okay, so there's King of Foe. There's Logic on there. There was a guy named Donnie on there. There was a girl named Margot on there. Those were the Caucasian people that was on there that day. There was Monica Mo Justice. There was Huggy. There was some chick who almost got undressed. She went and took a shower on the live. So we always thought that this woman was going to show us something and get us porn bombed or whatever. And out of that came a fight between Reckless and Huggy that spilled across this YouTube bigger than the breakup of Chosen and Ricky. It was something, it was a moment to reckon with. But that's all the stuff that was going on in the beginning of the makings of 2018 and all of the stuff that was going on. And out of that, I came and I had my little channel up in here, and you know, some stuff was going down because I saw him allude to it inside of the thing. I was in a girl group, and I had an issue with one of the girls and I stepped back. And sometimes you can't step back on people. In the midst of it, some other things occurred with the composition of the group, who should be there, who shouldn't be there. And I rejected first. I was the first one to voice my opinion and say no. I gave a no vote on somebody. Everybody gave a no vote on the person. Okay? That person happened to be the sidekick to Huggy, or maybe a protege. So if the only scandal come out of it that I said I don't want somebody to be in a group and everybody agreed and then the person didn't get in the group, people were mad, people made a video, people dropped the audio because they thought I was too close to Huggy. Yo, this was some real ratchet shit going on in the first season. You would think I was running around here side chicking and dicking up in here. Crazy. I don't know why everybody want to be down with Momo. Maybe I'm just one of those cool ass chicks. I always keep saying I'm a cool ass chick. I'm like that girl you could really have a conversation with. You can sit back and kick it to. You could tell your most intimate moments to. I don't know. I'm just her. I'm cool like that. Right? I know where the bodies are buried at some places. But in any event, that's the shit that was going on this YouTube. That was the family war, so to speak, until we grew out of it. And I had some other wars. I remember Lamar Brand. I went in on him. They was down with Lamar Brand. They went over there messing with Kevin Gills. Kevin Gills handed Wreck his ass one day. And y'all might not remember this, but well, he might not remember this. Some OG had to go vouch for his ass over there. False and Silence had to go over there and tried to tell him, like, he vouched for him, and he asked somebody not to go hard on Reckless. So imagine like being part of some real gang shit, right? And you got to have an OG go and dust your little busted ass off. Big titty nigga ass off. Medium. These are real facts. So by somebody's worrying about how they lost their edge, you lost your edge when people thought you was a pussy. When you're running around here acting like you hardcore. Then the ultimate shit happens. I'm going to fast forward y'all to maybe that August when I heard him up on the platform talking mad crap with P. Smith, and I called him out on it. Several months thereafter, I received a communication. I don't remember if I know who it didn't come from, but I was told that Straight Drop was interested in a video of mine where Reckless called me a bitch. So this might be late 2019. So we done went through 2018. I done moved into the Harlem apartment. So it's sometime after it's sometime in 2019. I get a communication that he's looking for the video where Reckless called me a bitch. And could I timestamp it? I was like, surely. I put some work in there. I had to go find the video, give the timestamps. I was like, I learned something from that experience. Then I went on the platform while the men were hashing it out about the B word. And Reckless went rogue on me. And it began an argument that he was having with Straight Drop and Logic. Because let's face it, at that time, those were the happening channels. So to argue with Straight Drop or Logic would bring you fame. And you know what they say? Fame costs. Rack These are all the reasons why you fell off, nigga. Ain't got shit to do with the shit you talking about right now. These are the moments that the people saw you. Because everybody up here be talking about, oh, do it for the people. This is what the people saw. You was falling the fuck apart. What happens next? DC pops out. You know the cousin of Kanika that really wasn't the cousin of the Kanika. You know that guy, him. DC pops up and he says, hey, Logic, let's run a re-election of president. Now, here's the thing. People called, and this is an honor coming out of the community, they called Reckless the president. He got that shit like someone giving you a street, like if you was in a drug gang, someone giving you a street name. He got that shit just honestly off the curve of being up here. He was dubbed that. He was ordained that. He was a made man with that. Real talk. He was the president. That bothered some people, I guess. In steps DC to say, let's run an election. And let's do it on Logic's platform because he's got the better of the platform. I mean, now if we looking at our community, right? He's the rich man up here. He's got all the technology, all the shit. So he's like, let's run this. So Logic reaches out to me and he's like, Mo, I want to nominate you and King of Foe as president and vice president, right? King of Foe be my vice president. So I was like, okay, sure. Let me run it by King of Foe. Logic makes a campaign, whole thing, whatever. I reach out to King of Foe. He says, absolutely not. I'm not playing with these niggas. He didn't say niggas, but whatever he said, he wasn't playing on his YouTube with the peoples on here. So I was like, all right. So I get back to him. It's a little too late. He done unleashed this whole campaign thing. It's Monica King of Foe. He nominated me. He did his whole thing. He did it in true Logic style. Okay? Before I went to King of Foe, I reached out to Reckless and I said, how'd you feel about this? And he said, I don't care, you know, this and that. And I said, well, I'm only going to run to try to keep order in the community. Right? Because I felt at that time that this shit was a community. I wasn't really looking at the construct that I live on right now, that I make my own community. I thought I was collectively part of you folks. And I was one in many. I don't no longer think that. But that's what I thought at the time. Now, my thinking at that time was not wrong, but it was for that time. Where I'm at now is not where I was at then. So anywho, we go ahead and we run this election, and y'all know how that turns out. I lost. It was a wash. Okay. So anywho, and you know I ran against Rocket. So Rocket's like, bitch, you gonna try to act like you don't know my name? It's not about you today, Rocket. It's about the president. So I want to take y'all through all the points why him is mad at me. Because even though, as I reflect on it, and I'm gonna write this down. So the first one is him on a panel, the P. Smith panel. So I'm just going to write this down so I don't have to revisit this again. The P. Smith panel. The second incident now is going to be this running for president. Because I think even though he said it was all right, and me watching how he rolls now, I don't think it was really all right with him. Because there has to be something more deep-rooted than what he came out with today. Because what he came out with today aligns with what I've been saying all along. And we'll get to that point. So we run the president thing. I don't win. Blah, 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 blah. Right? We're now at the end of 2019. Or somewhere in the middle of 2019, because I think this election was in March. So this is during the same time. And I want y'all to be clear. 2018 is when I started my channel. The December of 2018, I come into January. I'm rocking with Logic. I'm rolling with Logic and Straight Drop, kind of, sort of. But mostly with Logic. We're coming into 2019, January. Alithea is supposed to get married. Okay? That marriage shit drops 2019, January. End of January. It's February is the end, because I think she was supposed to get married on the 26th. So whatever that weekend was, and the week before it drops about what happened. And it's called fraud. It's not a scam. It was a fraudulent activity happened with her. That's it. A fraudulent activity. I'm still in good standing at this point. We done been through the P. Smith thing, the him calling me a bitch thing. We done been through that. We get to February, I got involved in the Alithea matter. I told everybody that the stories that were coming out of Memphis were not true. And the stories that were coming out of this platform here, people were saying she had no right to get her money back because she gave her money to this man. Whatever. I disagreed. And I put my fucking name where my mouth is. What he said today, Monica wanted money. Monica said, just like everybody else and anyone else that was listening to this shit in the late January, who the fuck gave somebody $10,000? I even have a video out here where I said, I bet you it was just about $1,000. I said, if it's $10,000, I went 10%. Who works for free? Oh, okay. I'm just checking. Does anybody do anything for free around here? But I ended up and there's a video where I say that when I'm just sitting in my car shooting the breeze about this, because I cannot believe that this even happened. So I'm in there talking mad crump on my video. Absolutely. I sure did. And then I met Alithea and I saw what y'all call receipts, what I call evidence of a crime being committed against her. A fraud. So today he called it what it was. It's a fraud. He said it was a criminal activity. I agree. And I didn't sit up here and make videos and go back and forth with the internet investigators that you guys are. I took a real person down to a real precinct and insisted that they take a real police report and they do some real police work. And I came back here to the internet and I said, now, if you have any kind of common sense, I'm not going to talk about logical stuff because people around here always talk about, this is logical. No, let's talk about common sense, because common sense ain't so common around people who don't do critical thinking. But the common sense point about it is when you have an open police matter and you're on a worldwide web that you don't tell all your business what's going on at the police department on the internet. So I'm like, wait a minute here. I'm going to pause for 1 minute for Amber's statement. It will end when people have all the facts, because there is no way to justify somebody's anger and hostility and aggravated harassment to this date to only be because somebody said, and I'm going to get to what I said then and what I said now. When I came back, I said we went and handled our business. It is now a police matter. We should all stand down. Now, what he said today, which I'm going to say is the most candid I've ever heard. Maybe he said this on his lives because I don't listen to his lives, okay? But I do listen to Karen, and Karen had him up there. So what he said was, who the hell is Monica to tell us to stand down? That's the problem around here. That's the absolute problem. He said she wanted power. This was a power move. No. This was fucking common fucking sense. This was saying to all of y'all out here, they're looking into it. When I thought more of the police department, they're looking into it. Don't make them look into you. Why would you be making videos talking about this if they're looking into it? Now, subsequently, and I didn't come out here and tell people every step of the way, but Alithea took us because we had to go and modify the paperwork that was submitted. And when we did that, the detective met with us. Mutt, I'm going to need all of y'all to let me tell this story and listen. Okay? Because I think your questions will get answered today. But I get interrupted. This is an interruption. So I'm going to need y'all to listen. Because I'm going to get to all of that. When we came back from the precinct, and I come here and I tell the folks, this is it. This is where we're at. He's telling you today, who was Monica to tell? She's not our mother. She can't tell us what to do. You know why? Because Alethea's story to many of these channel holders out here was only content. There was a real live person named Alithea who was injured by this. She was emotionally distraught. It doesn't matter that she came out here and told people her business in the open space in several different platforms like he wants to say it. She was emotionally destroyed. She had somebody pretend they loved her, somebody take her money, and then she had the whole internet coming for her. People that were supposed to be in the wedding with her, people that were supposed to be down with her, telling her story for content. He told you today, if you just listen to what he said today, he told you he too wanted to do the content. And he tells y'all time and time again, Alithea solicited him to do the content. Alithea reached out to him and people like him after she was attacked by other people who were supposed to be her friends. She wanted a bigger platform that she can go on to defend herself. And she thought he was it. So she wrote him in the bottom of one of his comments and said, "Can you help me?" And he said, "No, I don't want to get involved with that shit. It's not real." He had a right to say that. He had a right to feel that way. But what doesn't make sense is how he transformed from he had a right to reject her story to what he said today. He had a right to produce her content. And who was Monica to tell people to stand down? I told people to stand down. I told people to stand down because people needed to stand down. When I spoke, we modified the paperwork. We was at the restaurant, so I think Alithea has a time date. I could find my book on it because I have a journal for it. Okay. When I told Alithea, when we met with the detective called us while we was at the restaurant. And the detective, I'm like all excited, telling her about the different crazy stuff that was being said on the different platforms. And the detective said to me, "We are not investigating the people. We are only on the track to get her money back." We have there, this is the exact words of the detective. There were other victims besides Alithea in that one scam. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time. And I'm using scam to be in y'all language so y'all can understand that. I'm trying to look at the feed for a second because so she said there were other victims in that. So we're just going to try to get Alethea's money back. We were able to verify information. So I'm going to tell you who I believe the other victims to be. The man who was supposed to be the guy that she was going to marry, he's a victim. Whoever's house the money was sent to, she's a victim. So the list of victims go on and on in this one particular incident. And she said that we will be trying to get her money back. That's it. We come back to the YouTube and I put y'all should just let them do their investigation. I never came back and said, go ahead, make y'all videos, because Alithea was still trying to respond and go to different platforms and defend herself because it seemed like she was under attack everywhere. So even though I told Alithea, no, don't do these things, and you can go check with the real Yvonne, because she went on Yvonne's platform, and I said, no, y'all shouldn't be doing a live, but it is her decision, and I will support her. So anywhere Alithea went to tell her story, even though I advised against it, I still supported her in her endeavors. And I don't have any regrets for that, because I know where Alithea was when I met her, and I know and I saw her transform in the months that followed in our relationship, with how she defended herself amongst the people here. And I've always been extremely proud of her for her efforts to defend herself. So, with that being said, we're in 2019. And in response to Amber's question, isn't this story like 4 years old? It could be as many years old. As long as all of you are still riding it, it needs to be explained in a timeline sense, so y'all can really understand how this man's aggression towards me has appreciated in value throughout the years. It's not just Alethea's situation. It's several other things that have happened that messed with his credibility in relations to me that he has exaggerated. moving on. So we get to the point where we're in the February marker, and I'm telling people to stand down, and he doesn't want to do it. And then now you see we have the election that comes around. I had a conversation with him somewhere between here and there, and we was at peace. When he didn't stand down, I made a statement, which was a broad statement, and I said, it's odd to me that people, and this is paraphrasing it, people who have nothing to do with the situation would continue to insert themselves in it. That makes me think that y'all have something to do with it. And I said this in the context of the Robinsons, who at the time I didn't believe had anything to do with it, until I heard her say she sent her daughter to the address. And I was like, what's the coincidence that she had a daughter that was in Arizona? What's the coincidence that the other dude took a long drive during the same time, right? It was too many coincidences around here around how those people were moving in that little sector of people who wouldn't stop talking about it. And I kept getting the sense that people were talking about it because they wanted us to reveal what the investigation was doing, so that they can retrack or retrace their steps. They wanted to be one step ahead of law enforcement if law enforcement was coming for them. And I didn't want to have no parts in that. And that was my assessment as to why people kept talking about the subject and why it kept coming up every so many weeks. It's like it was a paranoia out here. And I have said, anybody that acts like they're afraid of something must got something to hide. Now, if that shoe fitted for him, he should wear it. So now we go into a phase where he throws a fit. I have accused him of now being part of this scam. So he tells everybody, and he goes on a rampage on his channel. I'm going to sue her. She's costing me business. I hired a lawyer. Sir, this is when you lost the people's attention, Reckless, because you didn't serve me with shit. You told the people all this stuff that you did legally. I hired an attorney. I got this. I'm going to serve her with papers this. And I came out here and said, serve me. I'll be your huckleberry. And you never did. That fucks up your credibility, sir. I didn't do it to you. You did it to you, sitting up here. I did this, I did that. Nobody believed you when you was talking all this stuff. And then you never served me. Then you apologized. And we let it go. We're now in 2020. We get into the summer of 2020, and this shit resurfaces again because Gears asked the question. And you got all upset. We're on a platform and you got all bent out of backwards. And you started attacking me. Now, I happened to be at 900 subscribers at the time. And I said, oh, he want to play? I'll play. I'll be his huckleberry right up into 1,000. And I did. So when you say, Reckless, I built my channel on Alithea's case, nah, honey, you helped me get to 1,000. Thank you very much. Thank you. Maybe I should have thanked you for that a long time ago. Yeah, it was your little bullshit that made me then go live, back-to-back lives in that summer of 2020. And it pulled me over the top. Thank you, sir, for acting like a fool. And we watched you, and you came on a platform, and I listened to you. I played the videos. I did whatever. You want to say, listen to what she said? I said, listen, how many times have I told you? A million times. You done frustrated me. He likes to do this thing, bait. And this is very interesting. In that first incident that happened in 2018, he told folks I baited him into coming on a platform. And people challenged him on that word bait. And he looked as stupid with his answer. And the thing was like amazing to me because it was like he didn't understand the word bait. So you lost credibility, sir. You and I both know it. And you continue to lose credibility because right now, when people look at the situation, they see all the things that you're doing to me and they really look at it and say, why is he so obsessed with her? Why can't he let that go? And it's not because right now he wants to put 15K on it and say, I lost him a floor job. Nigga, you've been floored for the longest time. You've lost your credibility out here. And I'm going to say it again. You, sir, made a video in 2020. No, it was in 2019 when you were supposed to have this serve me with papers that put my name in the title. And I came to you and I said, yo, take my name out the title. I said, yo, everything's fair game because I don't know how you motherfuckers play on here, right? But I know how I play. And I understand when some shit is fair game. I say, yo, everything's fair game, but take my last name out of your title. That's the only ever request I ever had for you. Take my last name out of your motherfucking title. I sure did. It took a while before it happened, but it sat up here and he did that intentionally. So today when he's talking about he never doxed anybody or whatever, this is that game people play around here. No, I never doxed anybody. You did damage. You did damage. You harassed and aggravated. Who never did that was me. I never did that. Now, there is some video where you took some money from the Robinsons one December and you told people that you took the money from the Robinsons in December because it was for your birthday. But now everyone knows because when you came on that thing arguing with me in that August month, that it also was your birthday. And you came out and said it was something about it being your birthday. And I corrected you and was like, no, your birthday's in December when you got the money from the Robinsons. So I might not know all y'all lies all the time, but I do keep track of the facts. So I had no idea that you actually had an August birthday because I thought you was a December baby when you took the money from them. So I don't know what month you're going to pretend it's your birthday on here, but whatever. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But it's a point in question in a video. Then you want to talk about me sleeping with somebody. I done went and called the man, put the man on the damn phone, and he said, give him my number so that he can call me. And I was like, and you, sir, flew off the panel and disappeared, reckless. I ain't heard from you ever since then. I seen you in the shadows, and I'm using Karen's words. But ever since that day when you were supposed to take that man's number and call that man, and then you never did, credibility. All this stuff has to do with your credibility. So your credibility has been null. Okay? So you are a master of what I call predictive programming. But on here, it's really programming. You're a master of repeat, regurgitate, reinstate, reinforce, everything, and people will really believe you. And they really do believe you. And sometimes I feel like arguing with people about it, and sometimes I don't. I can't really, and this is a point of contention between John and I today. He wants me to say, I can not hold a person accountable for misinformation that they use against me. And I'm saying to him, y'all could think whatever y'all want to think. I am within my own purview to say I don't want to engage with folks who don't use their own brain. Period. End of story. There's nothing else for me to say. So if anybody comes to me and says, hey, Mo, I heard that you did XYZ, blah, 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 blah. And I say, that is not true. Don't talk to me no more. I'm within my purview to say that. I don't want to talk to you. Don't talk to me in traffic. Okay? There's some people you just don't want around you. And that's about it. Now, John points out, could you have simply ignored it? Abso-fucking-lutely. I could have ignored it. But here's the problem, and here's why I didn't. Because there's a certain type of person here who can, it's called hypocrites, okay? Who can in one breath talk shit about you outside of you, and then when they catch you in traffic, want to be like, hey baby girl, how you doing? So if you know that somebody's hypocritical, do you go along with it or do you shut it down? I chose yesterday to shut it down. And if people were listening to me, I said those purple hearts. So there was more symbolic things for me embedded in that I don't want to have a part of. And because of it, I didn't. And that's the end of that. Now, people upset with me because I spoke to people that were my day ones in a harsh tone. People, Reckless, is on Karen's platform today, and he's asserting that I am upset because, one, the lady likes him more. I'm asserting that the lady believes that I cost you some business because you have put it out here that I have. And the lady believes that you have a right, and this is my understanding of her belief in you, that you have a right to defend yourself. And so to me, she sees your attacking me video after video as defending yourself, that you have the right to defend yourself against me in that manner, based on something that is misinformation from you. See where the problem is? You have a right to defend yourself. So I don't have a right to defend myself. So with that kind of men reyes out here, I don't need to have that kind of conversation because it's got so many layers of shit I have to unpack to try to have an intellectual conversation. And she's sitting up here on the other video talking about, yeah, because people, you know, when they raise their optics or whatever, when they raise their optics, it's probably because they frustrated talking to dumb motherfuckers. Like it could get annoying trying to break something down for dumb motherfuckers. It could be annoying having to deal with people trying to be like, well, you know, marginalizing somebody else's pain. Where we doing that at? When all of you take the time to listen to the bullshit, how many times do we come out here and say, why are y'all listening to that? I can tell you that today I have heard about all the people that went live talking about me. Why were they talking about me? For content. Look in their stream and see where their content had been. While I'm building a relationship, so let us explore this logically using your words. I've been out building a relationship, right? My own personal relationship. I've been doing my own personal stuff. And I haven't been so much into the YouTube. There has been no content. That's just the way the shit goes. People need content. They don't have no content. That's it. It became content, newsworthy content. Do I regret trying to give John some background yesterday? Yes. I have seen the 45 lady in traffic. And here's something even funnier. At the conclusion of my video yesterday, Stronger Every Day goes live. Guess what? 45's in her chat. Momo's in her chat. There's no riff. There's no riff. You know why there's no riff? Because there's nothing there. I said how I felt. She said what she had to say. And that was it. She don't know. She don't got nothing to do with this. Blah, 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 blah. The people that do the predictive programming, they want to get up here and they want to get ahead of it and they want to make it into something more than what it is. And the reason why is because they don't got no content. So they come up here and they be like, Monica was over, oh God, she was over the top. Because this is how I heard it described to me. People don't understand why you was so upset. Y'all couldn't even see me yesterday. I'm listening to somebody tell me I was reading text messages. And I'm like, I didn't even have it. I was on Avatar yesterday. I went on Avatar yesterday so that y'all can join the panel and talk to me. Because I went through StreamYards. That's what most of you use. I don't use that. I'm a Zoom person. I ain't got no time for StreamYards. That's how that went down. But y'all like to be told what to do. Yo, people have always been against me because they don't like the way I run my channel. If you don't like the way I run my channel, stay out of it. I don't like nothing y'all have to say about me. Do you know what I don't do? I don't go over there. I did not click on, they said Reckless was live for 4 hours. I did not go over there, click, lick, look. I couldn't even tell you what he looked like today because I didn't go over there. They said Southern California was live. It never rains in Southern California. They said, I was like, for what? You know I'm not even taking a think about it. Just absolutely crazy. This did not start over no statement of stand down. Now, I didn't reach out to Karen to use her video. You can go back and listen to it for yourself. I didn't even download it yet to have it in my archives as a receipt for later usage. I heard some shit today like, I don't got a bunch of Monica videos. Monica think, listen, I'm not an ignorant person. I'm not hiding things in playlists like persons say I do. I have playlists. They have names. I put things according to the playlist in the playlist. Yes, I've changed most of my videos to unlisted. And I have my reasoning for it. That's just what it is. You need to be live to see it in the live. And you need to have the link to view it later on. That's all. That's what unlisted is. Has nothing to do with dirty deleting. So the explanations around here sound stupid for things. And that's about it. Most of the videos up here have no substance because they talk about people that don't fucking matter. The things that go on, like I'm talking about Reckless right now. People that don't know this community would not understand this story. So to me, this is a non-motherfucking factor. So a lot of the videos that are on my channel that talk about you folks, specifically, is a non-motherfucking factor to people that are not part of this. They don't even understand what this is. They don't realize that this shit right here is like love and hip hop produced by Mo, with you motherfuckers running some shit on the other thing. Like, they don't understand this whole dynamic. And I'm not about to sit up here and try to explain it to people. So I tried to move away from, as much as possible, talking about the people that I met on the internet. This internet life that I have, this YouTube life that I have with people. And I don't want to be friends with people anymore. I don't want to talk to anybody anymore. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed with the hypocrisy that's here. That's just it. So let me just speak on the day one situation, because I thought it was interesting. In Karen's video, she says, well, Reckless, you was Monica's day one. So then he says, no, Monica was my day one. Listen to the power struggle and the point of information. Okay, I will have to agree with him. I would probably consider myself as being one of his subscribers. He was a bigger platform than me. He was here before me, and I supported his platform. So I didn't know he considered me a day one, because he had a group called the Squad, right? Squad. And he had a squad. I appreciate that he took the time to tell you guys about the complaint. I didn't quite understand why the channel, he doesn't utilize the channel that much right now. Only thing I could think of in response to when he said that, when I was listening to it, I was like, that's out of guilt. Reckless, you can use whatever you want to use. You're spending your time on a campaign of hate against me, that the thing I saved for you, right? That channel I saved for you, your big channel, you can't even partake in it. This is what I heard you say today. And maybe you didn't realize that this is what you were saying, sir. You basically said, I can't go over there and fuck on my real channel because she saved that shit for me. That's called guilt. That's what that shit is, sir. That's guilt. That's you feeling guilty that you keep fucking with me. Either one or two things. You feel guilty because I saved that channel and you keep fucking with me over here. And you can't really use that channel because you're feeling like it hurts you to do that. Nigga, that's guilt. That shit is powerful. Guilt is powerful. Kels, you got something to say to me that you want to say to me, that you need to say it, that you need to stream me over there on your shit right now? Is that what we doing? Yo, send me that link. The person that just texted me, send me the link of her playing my shit over there. Because we're going to do this in some real time over here. Because now enough is fucking enough. And this is player hating bullshit right here. When somebody could be streaming your shit, for what purpose? For what purpose? Send me the link to that shit. So Cause I don't know why. I don't know what's her purpose. So anyway, and I don't have a flag team. Cause I don't have no team. I'm just mo. Hey Cap, how you doing tonight, sir? This bitch. And she named it She Lying. Damn, don't y'all all send it to me at one time. Is that an email? All right, let us do some real time shit right here. Man arrested again days after pleading guilty to vehicular homicide. I don't know how a person who wasn't here for any of this could be sitting up here saying she's lying. All right, so let us go to the drawing board. Let me see. Um, enough, cause enough is enough. Yes, it did. Thank you for sending it to me. The problem is I don't want to give it a view. Oh, she shut it down. Oh, oh, that was easy. That was easy. Tyon. Maybe you shouldn't be here because I was side chicking and dicking with you at the movie theater. Oh my god, like shit can't get. Thank you though. I anyway. I needed the link, so the link is what's important. I'll work on the I'll work on it afterwards. She shut it down so we could go back to our uninterrupted programming. And you know what that indicates? When she has to shut down her live, right? And this is the bullying thing, right? And this is what people need to really understand. When Kelly is playing my video like she just did and she ran from playing it. Yeah, that's what happened, Tyon. So yeah, and then I say I'm gonna go flag it. If she had a right to do what she's doing, if she wasn't engaging in aggravated harassment, she wouldn't be leaving so quickly. You understand? These people don't have content. That's all this boils down to. Now, if how I behaved yesterday on John's platform gave them content, because again, if you give somebody a reason to mess with you, that's it. You've given them a reason to. So this is what happens. I don't know when she's gonna stop. I don't know when she's gonna stop. I don't have a timeline for when she's gonna stop. I don't know when he's gonna stop. I don't have a timeline for when he's gonna stop. All I can do from my perspective is not contribute to it. Thank you for that information, guys that sent it to me. I appreciate it. And we're gonna carry on. Let me see if there's anything else. I just I thought the interview was interesting earlier, and I thought it was on point, and I thought he said key stuff that make gives me a better understanding as to why he's so upset. But I just want to let y'all know there's more history in it than what people have said. What's up? What's up? I already said hey to Cap. Um and Tyon, he ran after I said we was I don't know what the hell we was supposed to be doing at the movies, but it is what it is. Um it's crazy around. It's just crazy around here. Uh Let me see. Is there anything else I want to cover that I heard from Karen's live? He said she not nobody's mama on here to tell them to stop doing content on a topic that Alithea brought to them. I'm gonna say something else on the Alithea situation also. When Alithea in September of 2020, was it that September? Yeah, it was September 2020. Went and joined forces with P. Smith, and she was on the panel with her, and she had spoken to once Alithea went that route, I did not pursue anything else. So this is what I'm going to say on the record. And I think that video is September 27th. Let me look and see what date that video is, because it's in my queue. Because I don't know when Alithea got her money back. Some of her money. He talks about how he baited her. Like, everything he does in that video, he's known to do this stuff. He talks about how he baited her. Oh, now she's going to do a part 2? See how you could just... Y'all so funny. It's so funny. It doesn't matter. Miss Kelly. You already played chicken. You already played chicken. You should have wrote it out. Anyway, let me just look and see what day that video was. Where's my Mo videos? Home. Oh, I need to be in my YouTube studio, and I need to go to uploads because I'm just trying to get the dates. Content. Okay. September 27th, 2020. At that point, we had already been to the police. We had already filed the police report February 2019. So February is 12, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So we had already been 17 months, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 months into waiting for the police to come to a resolution. We then got stagged because of the pandemic, right? And all you kept hearing from the YouTube is why it's not getting a resolution, why they don't have a solution by now, because the police were investigating it. The police were doing whatever they was doing, so we didn't have an answer. So in those, what did I say? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. In those 19 months, I don't know. She did not get no money back in the 19 months that I was involved. And once September 27th came, anything that happened thereafter, I don't know. So anyone that puts out a video or anyone that makes a statement that says she got some of her money back and they should have came out, you can't put a they on it, because I was no longer involved. The only person that you can get any information about her situation was Alithea. That's it. So if anyone needed to explain something to you, or you felt should have explained something to you, it definitely was Alithea, not Monica. I don't got nothing to do with that thing once I was no longer involved. Oh no, it was new shit, sir. When we was up in here in the chat the other day and we was talking about when we went to the movies and shit, it became a whole scandal. You was I guess side dick number, I don't know, whatever the hell. I don't really know how it went because I didn't really buy into it anymore. I just left it alone. But in any event, I had nothing to do with what became the answer. And still to this day, I really don't have a vested interest in it. I did what I did when I did what I did. I had the purest intent behind it. And anybody that thinks otherwise, they were within their right to do so. But I was not. Now, I think I got sidetracked about my response to day oneers yesterday. And I'm going to stand on that too. I have been, I don't do disrespect too lightly. And I had settled for a lot of disrespect around here. A lot. And yesterday I just couldn't take it anymore. And any comments that were made about the woman having affection for Reckless over me, that's because in John Frank's chat, folks were saying she doesn't rock with him. That's what they were saying in his chat. Or words to that effect. That's what they were typing in his chat. And I was just saying, I heard differently. And I came here and I played what I heard differently. Now, people are saying, she didn't say anything negative to you or what have you. If you believe a lie, to me, that's saying something negative to me because you are believing a lie. Now, if you later find out that it's a lie that you believed and you came to a conclusion based on that lie and you want to change that, that's fine. You can do that. And when that time comes, I might change my position on you. But it's contingent on the first thing. There's a lie that's been told. Or there is somebody's perception of what I said or did to them that I disagree with. And anybody that agrees with that perception, I don't want to be communicating with them. That's it. I'm within my purview to say that. And that's about it. Mo will be in Motown and Motown exclusively from this moment forward. So I won't be making no appearances anywhere. You won't find me in your chat rooms. You won't find me on your platforms. I am dead to everybody. Now, if I see a video and I watch it and I like it, then I might post it. So understand the concept now. My construct is I'm not even posting videos no more after this moment on my community wall that I haven't viewed and basically approved that message. I won't be giving any more endorsements like that. I heard somebody talking about their branding. John, it's not a matter of, I know you love, I have a great deal of respect for you, affection for your platform, And that's it. Why? Here y'all come through here. Why? No, I'm not going. I'm not going to LMNOP either. I'm gonna stay in Motown. Anyway, that's what the people want me to do. I'll just comment on your shit from over here. I'm just going to comment on your shit from over here. I don't have to be on people because I can't control what goes on other people's stuff. I can control what goes on mine. And like I said, for folks to say to me or feel like I should not address some shit, and you know the other thing that killed me, the only time that lady probably was in my room was when we had the interview, when I had the interview with UTG. That was probably the only time that woman was in my room. UTG, aka Andrew the psycho. So the only time she probably was in here for 2022 and was visible was probably during that live, because I had a lot of people that was in the room during that live. So to be like, I was just over there, I go in her room and this and that, I never seen that woman in here. And if she was here, that might have been the day she was here, because there was a lot of people here that normally is not in my room. You're going to be like, that was y'all sentiment over there. That's y'all sentiment. Let me post this up here. So let me say this. And I probably do owe an apology because I used the bitch word associated with her. And, you know, I did speak to people last night and they was just like, you didn't have to bitch her. And I really didn't have to bitch her because I don't know her. I was just about to say I don't know that bitch, but I don't know her. So, yeah, I didn't have to bitch her. So that part, I'll take that back and say I should not have called her out of her name. That was unbefitting of the queen. I should not have called her out of her name. I should not have bitched her. But I have nothing to say that she's not a nice ass lady that's cool with everyone, because there's your statement that's wrong. She's not cool with me. And if you're not cool with me, then you can't be cool with everyone. Now, if you was to say that she's cool with everyone else, then you might have a true statement there. But she's not cool with me, because what I heard is not cool with me. And because it doesn't meet the criterion of what people want it to be. Like, oh, she didn't come at Monica. So you capping right now. You capping, but I'm going to let you cap up in here. I'm gonna let you cap up in here. I am not wrong about how I feel about anyone who is against me then trying to speak to me in public, who's made a statement against me but then tries to speak to me in public. There's no fucking diplomacy around here. Get the fuck out of here. I don't have no diplomacy. Me and Bob. And that's about it. All right. I'm about to wrap this up, but before I do that, I want to make sure I didn't leave no open space. Man, I can't believe people get punked and then they come up. I don't know who's not against me. The comment was against me. It was not a favorable comment to me. So that's against me. If something's not favorable. This is why y'all should read books. But let me do this last thing up. And then I'm gonna go. I do have content tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to do it because I gotta one accident, right? I'm spending my freaking weekend at Nissan. So I have to go down to Nissan because now I got an issue with the tire on that same side. So I had the guy, but you know what? I think I know where those things are at. But I had the guy just put air in the tire for me. But I need to get it plugged. I think I know how I could get it plugged. I think I know. So the damn tires got the lock nut on it. So I have to take it back to Nissan to do it unless I find the key for it. And it wasn't in the glove compartment, but now I think I know where it might be because I might have bought. I know what it looks like, so I might have bought it in the house, not knowing that's what I did. You know, there are times when you just don't know. They need to give you a Nissan. How you expect them to give you a Nissan, whatever it is? How you expect them to do that? They're just going to give it to you. They're going to give it to you because it's you. I put the link in the chat just in case somebody wanted to come up here and say something to me in the late night because I'm about to go get myself into some other troubles. Some good troubles. I'd rather be in those troubles than these troubles. Just sometimes. Just sometimes. So tomorrow or Sunday's conversation is we're concluding the month of toxic femininity. We're concluding that month of it. And I want to discuss women in relationships. I know y'all got StreamYards. Y'all should have brought your ass through here yesterday when I was StreamYarding it. Ooh, you coming? Let's see what LMP. You know LMP. Yeah, I'll wait till you get here because you was getting me in trouble the other night. Let me tell y'all about LMP. I go into his room the other night. So you got a new man and you switching up on us? Yeah, I'm out. I'm ghost. Like, one thing y'all will not do. I will not give y'all the privilege to find my boo. Cause y'all not gonna do the shit y'all done did to my kids. No, I'm gonna protect that with everything I got. So that y'all don't get, which is so depressing. It is so depressing because it's just so depressing. Yeah, so I'm not gonna give y'all that. And I think this I don't think this YouTube is his forte, so to speak, for me. And I saw something the other day. I told y'all I saw him like describing my YouTube, and I was like, That shit is nothing like that. This some bullshit ass shit. Like, I was like, all you have is StreamYards? All right, well, that's all y'all got. No, hold on a second. Glib, where you at? We discussed this. Hold up, y'all. Wait a second. I might be able to help you out. I thought you was gone, Tyon. You like Mo's booed up now? um, I'm doing big girl shit. Um, hold on. Perhaps you can talk at my spot. No, I'm not talking at your spot. I didn't tell. I'm not. I was about to tell you what you did to me the other day. You, you're like, I'm out of here, and then you're gonna come back and talk about Mo's booed up now. Yes, and notice I'm speaking with more class than I was a couple of weeks ago because one of my subscribers, shout out to her, and she wrote in the comments. I know I am. Hold on a second. Okay, but okay, hold on a second. I think that's what I have to do. Hold on. Hold up. Thank you guys for coming out the thing. Hold up. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. I gotta set a sound. I got the only thing I have to do for StreamYards that I haven't done. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, hold on a second. I have to set up something. Hold on a second. Ooh. It says something went. Is it called Stream Yard or Yards? I always get that wrong. All right. Ooh, this the light. Let there be light. That'd be a big problem. Hold on a second. I'm getting y'all up here. Hold up. But I gotta do something with y'all audio. Y'all making me have to put in work. Cause remember I'm on OBS. Yes. Mo's booed up. And I like him. Imagine me saying I like somebody. But I haven't allowed him to tame me yet. And he be putting some work in. It's a real run for my money. I wasn't really prepared for that. But all in all, it's a good relationship. It's a good start. It's a good start. But where the hell is the? It's a good start. Hold on, I have to put in a code. Okay. So I did that. So I don't have to start a broadcast, right? Well, I could. Do I have to start a broadcast? No, right? I could just. Okay, so it says create a broadcast. believe you just said that to me. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. You know this is more complicated. Oh, damn it. I don't have. Hold on. Let me go get that other camera. You know I have that second camera. Hold on. Let me go get the second camera. Oh. Y'all making me put in work. I'm sorry, I had to eat something. I love these. Hold up, because I needed another camera. La 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 la. Oh. Oh, you know what? I didn't really. Well, I need another camera to bypass that thing. We just gonna plug this over in here. Oh, wait a second. Where's the USB one? Now I gotta figure out which port is a USB port. I think these are USBs. This is complicated. Okay. We got a USB going on. All right, so this shit said enter without a mic and cam. What the fucking y'all just made me mad now. Hold on, where's the settings? Y'all know I'm doing too much work. All right, camera. Are you telling me I don't need one? All right, y'all. I saw something about screen sharing. I don't really care. Screenshotting your body, shaking my head out. Listen, the bitch told me I had a flat ass. Next thing you know, she gonna tell me something else. I'm beautiful. That's what I'm saying. I ain't got no videos over here body shaming nobody. People only do that when they ain't got no life. All right, let me see. Let me move on to something else. Where's this damn link? Because I think I know what you're saying to me. So this is the invite. All right, we're going to copy this right here and we're going to put it in the chat. All right, copy it to the clipboard. Come back over here to the YouTube. I saw that virtual camera, but I saw that virtual camera thing. All right, there go the StreamYard link. Whenever y'all show up, then I'll try to figure out how to get the sound up in here. Yo, if y'all haven't gotten these are my favorite ones from Trader Joe's. The herb and spice. These are good. Delish, delish, delish. My name is Kels. I got no scales. So I sit up here and I stream mo. Cause I am a slow Joe. Oh, wait a second. Oops. I got a person. Hold up. Let's see. Wait a second. Can I hear them? Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. I hear y'all. Y'all can hear me? Okay, 1 second. Okay, wait a second. Funny style. Hold on a second. Okay, wait a second. All right, can y'all hear them? He said, I'm not getting in that business like that. Who got tough exterior? Can y'all hear me? Oh, wait a minute. I hear y'all. Can y'all hear me? Wait a second. Where's this? All right, we got one issue. We got an issue. We got a sound issue. Cause I can hear y'all. All right, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I hear y'all. They back there talking shit. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Glib, how am I gonna talk to them? I can hear y'all talking, so I gotta get y'all up here. Okay, so give me a second. Okay. I know, so wait a second. So this is called, I can't believe you at, oh, ain't this some shit? I can't. Yo, you hear? He's like, everybody from Motown come over to my channel. I can't even think because he's doing that. I know, I'm trying to help you. Okay, capture the window. Oh, damn. Hold on. 1 second. I gotta find the StreamYard. I think it's this one. Okay, y'all talk again, and let's see if we can hear y'all
you,
on
Monica.
Can y'all hear them?
Strange. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna take myself out.
No, you don't have to take yourself out. Hold on a second. John Frank talk. You know, the two of them left. I can't with these two. Yeah, he was stealing subscribe. John, come back so we can see if the volume works. Y'all left while I was doing technical stuff. All right, can
Okay,
y'all
I'm
hear?
back.
All right, can y'all hear? Can y'all hear them in the chat? Can y'all hear them?
We're in the building.
I see that.
Oh, Mosi is broken again.
What's broken again? Oh, you
Hello,
can't hear
Monica.
me?
I'm back.
Move.
Okay, what?
Mo said you were panhandling for followers.
Big shout out to Tion Reed. I remember LMP now. Yeah, same dude.
Hold on a second. All
No,
right,
I'm
1
not.
second.
You can hear her?
No, I can't. I can't at all.
All right, y'all
Oh,
can't
this is
hear
some
me.
bullshit. That
All right,
shit
can
broken.
no, it's not broken. It's different.
Strange.
Hold on a second.
Hold on, we drop down.
Okay. Just let me see something
Somebody
here.
said yes. So 1 second. I'm waiting for the response from the chat to see if they can hear y'all because I put sound for y'all.
Yeah. Maybe you need the full edition.
No, that's not what it is. That's not. I'm on.
Let me just come off of this.
Okay, so they could hear y'all now. So now I got to work on how y'all going to hear me. All right. So Glib, how I do that? I can hear them. Now I got to make a feed for them to hear me. Oh, I know what to do. Hold on a second. I know what to do. 1 second. You don't have to tell me, Glib. I figured it out. All right, y'all could come back. I got it all hooked up. Now I'm going to come over here and do... I figured it out. Come on back. Come on down. I should have never got this popcorn. This is terrible. I know. I think I figured. All right, let's see. All right, there we are. They back.
I'm back.
We're here. Y'all can hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Everybody subscribed, called it all. 3,500. There we go. What up, Mo?
All right, what's up? The thing look like it's buffering to me now. People hate when you do some new technology stuff around here. Anyway, what's good? Now who got bones to pick? What the hell? What y'all on the wrong?
Yeah, I got a beef.
All right, well, before you get to your beef, Clarendon, what you got? Oh shucks, I got all the dudes in the house. Glib, I did
it. You just disrespect us and we come back for more.
No, I didn't. This is a moment of freaking joy around here. I did this.
What up, Glib?
What's going on? Y'all hear me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We hear you. And the live hears you.
Oh, that's dope. See, yo, smart people figure stuff out.
Yo, this is monumental right now. The only thing I'm missing is like putting this up in the screen. But go ahead, LMP, what's your beef with me? Talk.
You need to continue to come over to my section. That's all. You can't just disappear like that.
I'm like, so
It's a tough life.
let me tell you what you did to me the other night. The other night,
Go ahead.
y'all up there talking, y'all. So I'm sneaking watching y'all. And you took like 5 minutes before you say, Monica Mo Justice is in the chat, right? And the minute you introduced me was the minute I got caught listening to y'all. So I had to go.
Okay. I might not have seen you right away.
I know.
Normally, I shout you out right away.
I know. It was so bad. I was like, and I swear to God, the minute I like looked up, I was like, damn. And then you say, and a special shout out to Monica Mo Justice. You could get on the link. I was like, so don't say I could get on the link no more, right? Because you already sent me the link. So I could get on the link.
Oh, okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you get me in trouble. I was like, I can't get on the link. Era Black sounded like he was mad at me.
Oh, not specifically at you. He was just, talking
Now
about...
look at this. Now look at this bitch. You're gonna have to show me who you are before I let you on my my platform. She actually joined the link. The shit said bougie. She didn't believe we back here talking. Jealous hoe. Anyway. But you're going to have to come on him. You can't.
Where is she in the back?
She came in the back chat. But
let her on the channel. She's going to get you 1,000 views.
She should come. But first I got to verify who she is. Oh, it don't really matter. You know why? Because the people can't see the stream yards. She actually hit the link. Yo, Kelly, you need to grow up. You really need to grow up, lady. Anyway, so LMP that we're in.
Well, please make a concession. I don't have any content where I'm at.
Well, I'm booed up now. I'll have to get his approval. Wow,
so I guess I can't just be sending links to you anytime. Oh.
Nope,
okay.
You can't.
I guess you can't.
Mo, what's with this new guy and how long you been with him?
How long you think, John?
I don't know. You maybe like you been acting funny for like 3 days, so maybe 3 days.
You think
this guy? Listen, when girls get with new guys, they start acting different. They start blocking dudes out of nowhere. That don't.
Glib, did I start acting funny?
Yeah.
Wait, these are you went in 3 days or just in general?
He said how long I've been booed up, right? Because he thinks it's just 3 days because I was acting funny 3 days. What do you think?
Are we being honest or are we going to lie? Which one we lie?
We're going to be honest, Glenn.
I never heard that before.
Let me know.
That's a smart answer.
We can do a troll answer. You want me to do a troll answer? It's 3 days.
It's 3 days of troll answer? Okay.
3 days.
Glib, you think you're the only man that knows up here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what nobody else knows. I don't talk about you like that.
Okay. That's a good answer. All of those are good answers.
You always got thrown in the fire, Glib. Better watch out.
Well, Glib is booed up too, so we don't want to have no problems in, we don't want to have no
Glib
problems.
stay booed up.
Well, Glib and I have been friends.
Glib been big pimping since before big pimping came out.
Well, we've been friends since the end of 2017. I cannot believe she actually popped her little ass on us. Like, it's something wrong with
You should have let her up.
No, she's not. She's not back there. She's not back there no more. But I guess she wanted to see if there was really a link. But like, this is crazy. If it really worked.
Yo, look. She just want to be down with the program. I'm telling you. She keep coming around us because she like us. You feel me? It's weird, but that's what I think. You feel me? She want to be cool with us and not the people she actually cool with right now. She just stuck there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yo,
But
this
hey,
is
hey Mo,
crazy.
you know how to make it. You know how to make it change though. You know how to make it come back. You just gotta, you just gotta say it. You say it, it happens.
Tell her Louis Vuitton challenge right now. She'll hit the link.
Nah,
But
she could just
hey,
come back
you
because it
you
sounded like
guys,
she had something to say. But I just wanted to make sure it was her. I was saying, show your face on the camera, and so she popped out.
I know between y'all three, I don't need the whole community. I could do 1,000 views with Mo, Glib, and and Kelly. For some reason, we make for good TV. Like
Glib said, "I'll pass. I don't want to be in no drama." Bye.
the last time we was
hard
together.
pass, hard pass.
I
Hey,
just
but y'all
couldn't
have fun.
believe
I'm
what
about
I
to drop some
saw.
views.
Like that shit is just crazy.
If she did came up, I'm too sober right now.
So wait a
Do
minute.
we need to take a trip
Wait,
to the liquor store real quick?
I still got a problem with LMNOP. So LMNOP, you mean to tell me that I've known you now for 5 years, and I have told him not to send me the link, right? And then he sent me the link. So it took me to get booed up for you not to send me the link.
Yeah, I'm just so used to sending it out there, and then it's a habit. I have to make a note not to do it. Yeah, sorry. I
So wait
was
a second.
uh
So you were sending me the link because I was a single woman?
no, not along those lines. Sending the link because it's good to have you on the panel. That's the reason.
But now that I'm booed up, it's not good to have me on your panel.
Well, you told me you're in a different stage in life, so I'm gonna have to just leave you.
Okay. Ooh.
You said you gotta check with your man before you can be there, so I'm not gonna be in the
Yeah,
middle of that.
Ooh.
word.
Next thing the word will be that I'm trying to steal you. You
It
know
sound
these
like it.
you know these cockroaches, you know.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Who would be a cockroach?
The people who would take the information and twist it.
I think he's talking about your enemies, Mo.
I
Hold
think so
on.
too.
Hold on, John Frank. Hold on. I'm not in the middle of that. Hold on.
You
I'm
said
not in
people that
the
would take things and twist it. The only people that do that is her enemies.
No, the people who take things and twist things could be anybody.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It could be anybody.
I, you know what? I should have got booed up a long time ago because there would have been more respect going. So I'm just trying. So let me understand this because maybe this is this toxic femininity again, right? So you, so being in a relationship, you can respect not sending me a link for him. But me saying don't send me the link, you couldn't respect that before that?
No, I always respected that, but sometimes I had a situation where I didn't quite remember that.
But
So
now
it's
you
not that I'm
won't.
Why you
saying
remember it now then that she has a boo?
Ooh.
yes, that will definitely stand out in my mind. It's like, for instance, a woman gets married. You know, you couldn't be calling the phone like you normally call, even though you're just calling as a friend. You can't be doing that. You have to now back off. So that's what it's
Well,
So,
I
like.
don't know. If you're calling
so
as a friend, then there shouldn't be a problem,
Could be
right?
a problem to the husband. Trust me.
Oh yeah,
no,
maybe. You're right. I didn't think of
it's
it
a
like that.
problem. It's a problem because if he had girlfriends, right, which I don't know if he does or doesn't, I might not be so acceptable to him talking to girls on the phone, women on the phone. Hmm.
No, but I would say Monica comes before everybody. I'm different like
Oh, he's
that.
a smooth talker, Mo. You heard him?
Mm-hmm. I'm
No,
That
but
was a line right
I'm
there.
learning. I appreciate the respect, right? But yeah, I appreciate the respect. And he said that on the times he sent me the link, even though I said don't send me a link, it was an oversight. But now that he's got the wedding invitation that I didn't get, um, he understands and he won't be sending me the link.
That's right. You won't.
That's cool.
You won't be getting any more link from me.
Can I send you links?
But does that mean that I get an invitation to participate on the panel, or nah, you can't be on the panel now?
No. What it means is that if you see it going on, you can join. But I'm not going to go out of my way to send any link.
So after you done solicited and stole all of my people in the chat, you can now be done with me. You're done with me.
Well, first of all, I can't take your people away. That's number one. They're loyal to you. Some people do come over and hang out.
Do you
but I
think
can't
there's
take
loyalty around here?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Because only certain people come from Motown to me. I don't have everybody in Motown. Like, for instance, right now, you have a spike. You have 42 people watching. Generally, you'll have 18 to 20.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the DU recorders are going right now.
Oh.
So, I only have 9 subscribers, and then the rest is DU recorders, if you believe the hype. All right, well, I appreciate that respect. That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's going to be a hard life without you. It's going to be very hard. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll survive. I'll try to survive.
You'll try to survive.
I'll try to survive because people generally don't come over to where I'm at. Sometimes it's just me complaining.
My people are always in your chat.
Is that so?
That's right. His whole team be over there. He's
QSC,
got Mud, Amber.
I don't know if Amber be there. Yeah, Amber.
Amber's there.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. They do come by. Yes, from time to time. That's true.
Yeah, those are my peoples.
Yeah, they came from John's sector.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. You didn't know that? Oh
no, I thought
that Too Blessed, she goes over there. I seen her over there.
Oh yeah, that's
Glib was over there. So yeah, that's all come. That's
Glib's on my team too.
That's all that same group.
Yeah, you got my whole crew in there. Oh yeah, but I be sharing your shit. I shared your shit because I see Mo on your shit. That's why. So I see Mo, I shared it, and then my people came, and let's see off the strength of Mo.
That's nice.
Yeah,
you see, one of the things.
They've been there.
You see, one of the. I understand. You see, one of the things about Monica is that she is so generous. You know how many other places I would go around to, and people just would not entertain me. People would not hang out. So Monica has been very generous.
Well, why is that?
Well, because the places that I was going to, I was trying to come on a more fun vibe, and where I was going to, they wanted more of a beef vibe. That's a major difference. And I don't really have I don't have much of content, so I require a panel. And I throw on anybody, just about anybody, and we discuss whatever it is. So that's the reason. I'm not too into the drama.
Are you hashtagging?
No, I'm not even doing that.
Well, maybe if you hashtag, you could find the Oh, so yeah, there's no point then. How are you gonna get a core audience?
Well, I'm just trying to do social club. That's it. Just any old.
Well, even a social club, you need to let it build up, right?
That's true. Some people say I'm
taking the videos down is not really helping add to the traffic that you could possibly have. Because if it's to engage people and have people talk about like-minded stuff, then you have to they have to know what your content's about. And if your videos are not up, how could they know?
That's true. That's a good point.
And then the
Absolutely.
Facebook engine, you gotta look for chat rooms that say open discussion, and you drop your chat room in there instead of. And then people that want to have open discussions about whatever are more likely to go there, and that's how you find your core audience.
Mm, that's a good point.
Yeah, because from there you take off. You need your core people first. You know what I'm saying? At least when you got your first five people, then after that, it's whatever. I'm good. I got 10 people, and I'm chilling right there. I'm not trying to grow. I just like my conversations that I get to have.
Mm,
So I feel like
that's
you. I'm not trying to grow my stuff.
okay. So, how did you come across Motown?
Oh
Oh,
man.
some people try to spin it against me.
Wait a
You
second. We
know.
got a
Okay.
knock knock, y'all.
Oh, bad and bougie in the building.
Yo, you can't make this stupid shit up. Grown ass woman. Anyway, so for the audience, somebody in a bad and bougie account keeps coming to hit the live, to hit the
Oh, it's not
link.
her.
I don't know. We don't until it speaks. How we gonna know who it is?
Kelly.
Somebody fronting like her.
I think they were
Mm,
streaming you before that. Kelly, hit the link. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
You know
That shit
what?
is
I'm
sad.
wilding
That shit
today.
is yo. That shit is
Mo,
sad
how long you
though.
gonna be up?
I'm gonna be up. Y'all going? What you going to get? What you going to get
You gonna
into?
be up? I mean, how long you gonna be on? My bad. How long you gonna be on for? A while?
Let me check. How long I'm
A
gonna be
bit?
on, boo? I'm gonna be on for a minute. Go ahead.
okay.
Let me go make sure my son's sleeping and stuff, so
Okay, go
that way I
ahead.
could just secure my Friday.
All
Oh,
right, you secure your Friday.
Okay.
Thanks for coming over. What's up? So, LMP, when was you going live tonight? It's 9:57.
I was thinking perhaps I would go a little bit after you, maybe let's say 5 or 10 minutes, see
Oh,
who I can scrape up.
you
I
was
was thinking,
scraping up. You was picking up
yes.
scraps. Come on, you gotta be
Well,
bigger
I
than that.
just, well, the way things are, remember the previous channel where I was just scraping up people?
So you scrape them up from over here? That's crazy.
Anywhere I could get them. I was reaching out to people. Hey, I've got a spot, this, that, the other. That's what I did. I went all over. But at that time I didn't understand. I didn't understand the sectors, and I didn't understand the different types of characters. I didn't understand the dynamics.
I think we learned some things together.
True.
I feel like we learned some things together. Let me go in the room and pin the chat. Pin the
Okay.
link. I can't believe we did this. So I am on OBS, rocking a Zoom and a StreamYard simultaneously.
I don't even know how to do that.
I know. I have, technology. I like this is that big girl shit I wanted to do when I first got here, but I didn't have the knowledge. She
And I'll
shout
tell
out.
you something. If you reached out to certain people to learn from them, they would make sure they keep it a secret from you. There's one cockroach who looks like something fell on his face. I'm not going to call his name. But when I reached out to that dog, you know, he it came around all the different people that were around me and never came around me.
This is some so immature shit. Hold on. You keep it up. You keep going.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure something else out.
Mm,
So go
that's just,
ahead. So
yeah. Yeah, so that's that. So like I said, you've been very gracious to me. on this platform. Very, very gracious. I can't forget that, because other people weren't so nice and weren't so giving.
I remember the first time you came over here and
Hmm.
you was like, I want to introduce you to my platform, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought you was a weirdo. I was like, okay, so we're gonna go. He's like, I want to talk about women issues. I was like, why?
Oh,
And what's
okay.
the reason for that? But times have a changed. I mean,
Well, that was a pitch. I was trying to get anybody, I was trying to,
so I was
see
just
if I could bring them
anybody.
on.
You settled for anybody?
Well, I
Really?
didn't know. I saw you. You had your platform. You had a considerable amount of people, and I thought, could I connect with this person?
So since I've known you for 5 years, and I probably know, nah, I can't ask no questions like that. Now I don't know what I could
No.
talk to you about. What's safe? What would you feel comfortable? Cause when I go over to your town, right? You do
Hmm.
videos like you go and pick me pictures of bags and all the things that interest me, and
Right,
I
right.
like coming over there because I always feel welcomed.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
It's a welcoming place. There's, it's not a hostile place. You can talk about whatever you want. There are no response videos. I don't make responses to people. You rarely find me at other spots. Like I come to Motown sometimes. Let's
Hmm.
see. I rarely get invited anywhere either. Oh, what else?
Well, you're currently not
Yeah.
going to get invited to places.
Oh, that's true. I just can't take some of the foolishness that the characters do on certain profiles. It's like there's this one character. All he does is he sits up there and he talks about black females. Black females this, black females that. It's like, what's wrong with this guy? You know? Everything is wrong with black. I don't got time for that. So those are channels that I can't be bothered with. Then I've got I can't be bothered. I just like a chill out vibe where people can talk, and that's that. So for me, things that I like to talk about money. I like to talk about cars. I like to complain about workplace drama.
Oh, you definitely complain about workplace drama. That's an
Yes.
understatement. You definitely complain about that. I'm not even going to let you get away with that.
Like if somebody comes on the platform and says, "Hey, I'm having a bad day at work," I say, "Talk. Let's hear it." You know.
You do that.
Or
Y'all do talk
yeah.
about that a lot. Um
Yes.
and y'all talk about other things. Y'all talk about men's shit.
Man, woman, dog, cat,
Well, I find it to
anything.
be more men's related topics.
Tell me more, because from what I understand, one night you'd come by and you said you're not coming on the panel. I said,
Yeah,
okay.
I couldn't come on the panel that night.
Well, it's always open.
It's always open, you know.
It's always open. You know. Silk's BB scratching has been absolutely amazing. She will come on the panel from time to time, and she will give her perspective.
Well, she's like she's a definite day one for you. You know. Um
Yes,
she's been a very strong supporter.
absolutely. And QST has come around quite a bit recently, which is good. In fact, QST and Silks are in the same state.
So they West Coast people. Okay.
Right.
All right.
And they like
Um
gaming. Go ahead.
yeah, so just for just for hell of it, right?
Hmm.
Um hold on a second. For the hell of it, just state where you're from. Because you're not from the United States. You are in.
Toronto. I'm
So
in
you're in
Canada.
Canada. No, I'm just
Right.
because remember I'm booed up, right? So sometimes you have to eliminate like harsh conversations. You're in Canada. What's the likelihood you're coming to New York?
Not likely, just because of the fact that New York is too much of a hustle spot. Like, you really have to be on your grind in New York. I would not likely. I've been to New York here back in the past, but I don't really like New York.
You don't really like New York. Okay, I can see that.
No.
I can see that.
New York is like Canada. It's cold. I can't deal with that.
Mm,
So I'd be leaving the refrigerator to go in the ice box. So, no.
understood.
Yeah, I prefer the South.
So do I. So do I.
Yeah.
I always wanted to end up in South Carolina.
I don't know why. I always can picture you
Where you could
out of New York in the South in a really big house. I always picture you in a really, really big house in the South, something with 4-car driveway. You just seem like that type of person to me.
I do.
Yeah, a really nice house with a decent lot, minimum 4-car driveway. That's how that is my vision of you in a house. Really nice place, comfortable place. So
Yo, Ty, since when you get so aggressive? He's like, yo, so come when it's warm.
no, no, New York doesn't have enough green space either. It's just too much. Like, I've been
Where are you
to
getting this impression of New York? Did we give you like, I don't know.
anytime I would go there, I would go to Flatbush Avenue D. I didn't really
Yeah, I'm not
like
familiar with
that.
the Flatbush section. That's Brooklyn.
Yeah, yeah, I've been in Brooklyn. I don't really like that.
Mm.
The hustle is too strong in New York. Like, nah, man, it's no,
The hustle is
not
real.
New York. Yeah, New York is too much for me. Okay, let me tell you what I like about New York. I love the New York Yankees cap. If
Okay.
I'm wearing a baseball cap, it's gonna be the New York Yankees.
Okay.
That's what I like.
How about
But
basketball?
other than basketball, I always had this dream of being courtside at the Miami Heat game
Mm.
or LA. Those are the only teams I like.
Courtside at the Miami Heat game. So where's those people that told me who was it? Oh, it's Jola. Yo, I just realized that maybe my base of subscribers in the last 6 months has really turned to a male dominant base.
That's
I didn't
interesting.
realize that. No, because I'm thinking about Jola, John, Glib, you, Tyon is a sometimey. Uh, I had Cap in here earlier. From time to time, Jay Sean comes through here. Arab Black never comes through here, but he seems to see stuff. Let me see.
What you have to remember, Arab Black is an ambassador,
Of what?
a guy who goes to many different locations and he can bring back key information. So he's an
Ooh.
ambassador to me.
Oh, to you. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
I just
And
thought you was gonna
Tion
say he was
says
a plethora of information.
he's
Shout
an
out to him
ambassador. He
because he
can.
might be listening.
It's all good. He's part of the New York faction.
That is
Tion says
true.
there's plenty of green space in New York. I understand. It's the sections that I've been in. Brooklyn. That's where I've been.
All right. If that's not a browser, then what is that thing called? I'm still trying to do something with this. It's not a display. I thought it was maybe it's a window. Oh yeah, I can make it a window. Let's window capture.
Here's a question for you.
Go ahead, shoot.
500,000 dollars US cash. Would you be willing to stop working, ditch where you're living, and just go to the south?
How much?
500,000 US. You just stop everything you're doing.
I gotta write this
You
down.
leave and you go straight to the south.
Okay, so I stopped working. Why would I stop working?
We have the
Right.
500,000.
Well, it's 500. It's one time 500,000. Is this tax free? five
That's right.
hundred thousand. Okay, so it's tax-free.
100%.
Okay, but listen, we're work from home environment now. Home could be anywhere. So why would I quit my job?
Because when you move to the south on the 500,000, you wouldn't be able to do that job because you're too far away.
No, it's work from home now.
I thought they sent you back to the office.
They sent us back to the office, but that's a joke. That's like a 911 joke. You know how many times? You know how many days most people? I've been there because, I'm a peon. But you know how many days people are actually they have been to the office. This thing has started once. That's it. And then actually, people that came into the office this week reported not feeling well in the last couple of days. I was like, I needed to know this before I got here. So it sounds like they might have got a round of whatever the new variant is. But at the end of the day, you can work remotely. So why does it matter?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could be in South Carolina, work like the type of business you're in, being remote. But what if they'd call you in then? You'd have to pack up, you'd have to jump on a plane from South Carolina and go back to New York.
I'm getting on the train.
Or on the train.
I'm getting on the train. And I'm going to go into, I'm getting on the train. The Amtrak goes into Jersey. Because you forget I work in Jersey. But with that being said, that's about it.
Well, on your drive in, where you had where you were on the road and you were talking, it looked very interesting. It looked like you control the company. Very professional. Yes, the black outfit.
Yeah, I consider myself a key player in there, but I'm the organizer of things. So I need to be there to make sure that things get where they need to get and people get where they need to get.
I understand. Yeah, it was a very, very good look, professional. Because what happens now, at least here, a lot of these so-called corporate people are going to work and they look like trash.
Well, thank you. I forgot what I wore. I had a black blouse and jeans on that day because it was definitely a jean day. And today I'm wearing jeans again, and whatever this is. We was actually today we was talking about dress. We was talking about dress code or whatever. So the girl was like, in the thing it said, because this is new hires, so they was like, well, it said no see-through shirts, but she's wearing a see-through blouse. Bitch, I got a camisole underneath it. You gotta so obviously they don't understand, what it is. See, a camisole is underneath here. I was just like, yo, these people, it's crazy. But you gotta
What is inappropriate? What is inappropriate? Wear for corporate, for male and female. A man shows up. What is appropriate? What is inappropriate?
A man shows up and does what?
No, in terms of dress code in a corporate environment, what would be inappropriate for a man to show up wearing?
Um, I don't know. Like, I guess, I don't know, because normally the men don't show up inappropriate. It be the women.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay, let's switch it to the females. What would be inappropriate?
well, like I said, we were talking about this earlier today. So we was talking about like tank tops. But you can wear a tank top in the office with a jacket on top of it or a sweater on top of it. So, like, I could have wore this cameo with just a sweater. I think, like, next week I got long sweaters, because we're in spring now. So, as soon as we don't have to wear a coat, I could wear, like, some of my long cardigans, but the long jeans or with a pair of slacks. But
Are shorts appropriate? Are shorts appropriate?
Are not appropriate. Shorts are not appropriate in a corporate office unless your business, your genre of your business has something to do with shorts. So like you can wear shorts if you're in delivery. So if you work for UPS or one of those things, because you're gonna need that to wear. So it depends on some logistical aspects that would probably be appropriate. In a warehouse, it might be appropriate with the right type of footwear, which is like steel-toe boots or something.
Okay, two women are on the job.
Okay.
One is skinny like a pencil. One weighs more than the other significantly. And both of them are wearing tights. The company says to the one wearing the tights that's larger, it's inappropriate, but they don't say anything to the skinny one. What do you read into that?
Tights. So you're talking about like what are those things called? What are those pants called? The stretchy pants?
Yoga pants.
The yoga pants are inappropriate in the office. On skinny or fat. They're active wear. It's not professional gear. It's not even dressed down. It's not even casual gear. It's active wear. Active wear is inappropriate in the office.
They seem to wear a lot of that here in Canada.
Yeah, I mean,
and it seems to be.
I've seen people wear it in the office, especially the black ones. They wear them all the time.
Sometimes I wonder if they're wearing the same black pant over and over again, or if they change them.
You want me to really answer that? I mean, like,
I don't know.
I guess you could tell. I don't be like the fashion police in the office. I try not to be.
Okay, in your work environment, if somebody shows up and they're not wearing appropriate attire, who approaches them?
Security might say something to them first.
Oh, I didn't know
but
that.
Definitely, because security might say something. But definitely, only your supervisor can reprimand you, or only your supervisor should reprimand you. I told you about the time when I had my hair in the curl, like when I was first twisting out my hair and stuff, and I came in one of the days with just the thing still in the twist. I didn't even feel like twisting it. And a girl pulled me inside and she was like, "You can't be in the office with your hair like that." I was like, "Why?" Girl, bye. It was a Friday too. I was like, "Girl, bye." She was like, "Oh my God, it's so not corporate, so not appropriate." And I was like, she came to me later and said, "I shouldn't have said that to you," because she shouldn't have. That's an HR reportable moment. But I was just like, "Girl, bye." She was like, "They're going to look at us, this and that." So it's an issue. Everyone's doing blowouts. But I was saying to myself, as soon as we get a little bit hotter, I'm going to go in there with my hair twisted up and the whole shebang bang, because I like that look for the summer better. And I don't
What
have
is
to
this
be
twisted up
spending.
look?
You know when I
I
just
don't
go
understand.
natural, when I just wet it and have the curly hair,
Oh, okay.
it's cheaper. Because right now I got to spend every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks to go to the hair salon to get the hair washed. And that's a lot of money. Ain't nobody got time for that.
What about an afro? If people did a well kept afro.
Peace, Tyon. We out of here anyway in 10 minutes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You could do an afro right now. They just signed a bill in Congress that says no hair discrimination. I forgot what it's called. I didn't forget what it's called, but Mo, read your text in the cell ASAP. I saw it.
It took them long enough to come to that because for a long time they were saying inappropriate hairstyles were what were fashionable to the black community. So I'm glad they realized that.
Well, I think the dreadlock community drove that because they were getting discriminated on the most. And it's really, what could they do? Cut all their dreads off? You know, that's such a permanent style. So, but you know, with everything, there comes proper grooming. And it needs to be proper grooming. But the people that have the most discrimination about looks are really schools. Believe it or not.
That's
You get
interesting.
discriminated more in a school about your appearance than you do anything in afterlife. So, you know, but you, at the end of the day, you go to a job to do a specific position. If you are front facing the customers of that organization, then you must always look like a fair representation of the company that you work for. The
So if the
employer,
company is garbage, go ahead. Sorry,
well,
go ahead.
it doesn't matter if the company is garbage. You're the image of the company. So if you look like garbage, then you are the garbage. You understand? You're the face of the company. So you have to have, and you're selling the company, because at the end of the day, even though people kind of separate themselves and be like, oh, that's the man. Well, the man is paying you. So at the end of the day, you have to look a certain way, perform a certain way, so that the man can get paid and consequently pay you. It's a trickle down effect. So it's something that you have to be mindful of.
You know, if you can quickly give me an assessment,
Of what?
because you always have a unique point of view. I worked at a place back in the day, and the owner came up to me of all the people, and he said to me he wanted me to change a battery. Okay, so I didn't say anything to that. Then he says to me, well, if you
don't change the battery, they won't be able to pay their bills. Well, that must be a customer who required the battery to be changed, and if you didn't do it, they can't get paid. Doesn't that make sense to you?
No, it didn't make sense because my interpretation was this man was trying to say
batteries?
in some cases at that place I would. But the way I had interpreted it was here he is trying to pin the money coming into the company on me solely. I was very offended. If I don't do this, the bills can't be paid.
Is it something that you generally didn't do and he was asking you to do it, and he was saying basically failure to do so, failure to comply would mean that we would not get paid? Subsequently, you would be out, sir.
Interesting. Well, yeah.
The flip side about it, if you're a business owner and you got people working there, you want them to do the work. If they're capable of performing the task, then you want to assign it to the best person to perform the task, or the person who can perform the task and is available to do so.
I didn't like the conversation where the guy was talking about, if you don't do it, then we can't pay the bills here. Like, paying the bills here are my responsibility. You see what I'm saying?
But if you are the driver, right? So there has to be something that drives the it's a reaction. Everything this you're talking about a reaction. You drive the flow of the income. If you fail to produce on that end and perform or execute a responsibility at that point in time, then you are failing. You're failing the company. If you fail to perform, then the company cannot succeed.
Yeah, so the success
right. So it depends on all the people that work in the company are there for the benefit of the company, and you are there at the how do they word that? You serve at the pleasure of the company.
Interesting. Just the way the guy had put it, like he was trying to put responsibility on me. I'm not the only employee.
Well, were you the only one getting the assignments to do that type of work? Change the battery, or were other people doing it?
No, other people would do it from time to time, but what I had noticed with this guy was that he would do certain things that were very, very unusual. Like, they had a guy there, a super lazy guy, and they would walk past him to bring me work while he would sit down.
Oh. Well, this is what I refer to as black excellence, right? This is my take on black excellence. When you are good at what you do, and when you are great at what you do, the good people often get passed over for the great people. So when I see myself, and this happens to me all the time, especially at work, right? I see tasks that could easily be done by other folks get handed to me to complete. And I always say to myself, they get given to me because they don't have to worry about chasing me down for when it's going to be done. There's dependability on it, right? And I've learned that many of my colleagues will let something go unanswered for a significant period of time until it's up to the deadline, and I'll still have to do it anyway. So if you come across a task that you know that if you gave it to person A and it was going to be a challenge for them, they might set it aside for later down the road, and it just becomes a nightmare. Now, I've worked around these people for a while now, so during the pandemic, what I noticed the most was that they wasn't letting stuff fall to the wayside. Now, they was just like, Monica, can you help me with this? And I think it was easier to ask for help because we were remote than what it was to be face to face to me and ask me to help them. If it makes sense.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because I guess I probably would have been like, because Mo got faces. But it was easier to just pick up or send me a text message and be like, yo, I got this. Can you help me with this? I'm not sure. Like, they seem to have had more confidence in asking for my help when we were remote than they would let before. People would go on vacation, but they still do this too. People go on vacation, or people will call out. Like, I'm always suspicious when they call out sick or something. I just be like, what you didn't do? Let me in on that. stuff like that. So
That's an interesting view. But if they're throwing these things on you, your salary should be bigger.
it is.
You should be getting more.
I do.
Okay, then that's fine.
I knew
That's
that. I knew that
justifiable.
coming.
Okay.
I knew that coming in. But my position was designed for me. When I took this position, it was designed for me. So I've been very fortunate. I've been very fortunate. But at the end of the
As long as they're paying you what they're supposed to.
Well, I don't know if they're paying me what they're supposed to, but they're paying me equivalent. They're paying me enough not to complain if something, like, you'll never really hear me be up here pitching a bitch about something. Even returning to the office is not an issue for me.
Okay, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an issue. Because when I don't want to do something, or I feel like I just don't, and I push back. But I really don't have much things to push back on. And there are times when I could just, like, completely shut down and nobody will bother me. Like, I can completely just check out and nobody will bother me about checking out. And I've done it. Like, I just completely just... Because sometimes there's so... Like, if you're a person that's so organized, there's only but so much time. Like, I can make a list of a zillion things that I need to do. And I can keep building the list. But today might be the day I build a list, and tomorrow might be the day I execute the whole goddamn list.
Okay, very good.
Because, like, sometimes I have to, I have to write the task out. And, when you're doing legal documents, there might be steps involved in the one document that you have to clear, and then this one, like, it's contingent on something else before you can get something else, and you have to consult with somebody else and this and that. So I write down all the steps, so I have, like, all the steps for different type of things just already lined up, and I just be like, click the boxes as I go along and stuff like that. Like, I don't have to think about it no more, what needs to be done. I just thought about
very good.
I just thought about a list the chick gave me about today to do.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it's gonna get done. But there's some days when I just have to check out. Like, I can't do it. Or it's like some days on the calendar come around that are special days to me, and it makes me just check out. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
well said.
you know how
I understand.
But I appreciate you taking the time to come up here and me learning how to do something different today. And so I never have to go live again on StreamYards and use up my hours when I can do it this way. So I just stepped up Momo another level. So thank you, and John and Glib, for coming out.
Absolutely.
And helping me do this, rock this out. And
well, thank you very much for having me.
All right.
And
So
I will be returning to the bunker.
It's been real since I can't engage with you any further. No, let me stop. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking,
that's all they want to hear.
No, I'm taking a
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm taking a step back because, like, you're not a threat. You're not a threat to me. You're not a threat to any relationships I got out here.
Nothing.
Your platform is not
you know
a threat.
me. I'm just right. I'm not.
But I'm tired. I do feel like I am a brand, and it's tarnished. You know, like, every brand can't go everywhere. Like, there comes a time when you have to just be like, I'm royalty, or I'm exclusive. Like, there has to be some time when you just say, I can't do this no more because I am not adding value to my brand.
Yes, I understand. But
I'm not saying
that's
your channel
enough.
devalues me, but cause
no, I don't take it like that. Yeah.
your success one day when you do open up your talk show thing that you said you wanted to do, that I hoped that you would get to do, will be a remarkable thing. And we're all going to bask and dance around in it. Because I think you had a vision for something that you could achieve, but you just got to put more work in it.
And at the same time, I'm just thinking it through because I've seen the way, characters get down, and sometimes it's like, do I really need all of that?
Well,
So I'm thinking it through.
you're talking about a conversation. You're talking about conversations based in hate, right? Or you're talking about defective people who are toxic in their articulation of their pain, engaging with you.
Interesting.
And that's because that's what they are. They are toxic individuals. A lot of the folks that we met in common, especially in the 2018 to 2019 go round of the seasons, they were very toxic. They spoke of themselves, their relationships. Everything was in the negative, and everything was so, like, you could not believe the extremes that those people were going through. You'd be like, even if they was having, like, think of Panty Guy, right? He had to have the most horrific sex ever. Like, and I come on your platform and I say to him, I said, okay, listen, there's no way you was sleeping with a chick from day one and you told her that you had chicken head over there and she was cool with it. I said, that you was screwing girl day one while you was screwing girl day two over here, Dana number 2. And when Dana number 2 found out about Dana number 1, you then had a problem. Or you didn't tell Dana number 1 about Dana number 2 until Dana number 1 was all in you and she couldn't back out. That's what I said to him on the platform. So he was like, well, I'm not saying on day 1 I told him. Okay, you never told her from the gate. You eventually told her, but you didn't tell her when you started to have the relationship with her. And he didn't want to hear that. But that's what we were, that's what I was talking about. But, who am I? I'm one person.
I understand it's all the different things that happen.
Yeah.
You'll
be all right, LMP. LMNOP. No, you'll be all right, LMP.
Well, I'll try and do what I can do. It won't be the same without you from Motown, but I will see how I can pick up the pieces and survive.
I don't understand. I don't understand how y'all got to that point, but I don't think. Listen, this is what I'm gonna say about the YouTube, and this is what I'm gonna say about being in relationships with people. They have to. If you enjoy something, right? A person gotta let you do the things you enjoy. If a person is threatened by the things that you do, or they want you to stop doing the things that make you comfortable doing, you already put tension in your relationship.
Yes, that's right.
So a person has to accept you the way you are and how you come. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to be disrespectful to a person, but a person has to accept you the way, for the things you bring to the table and the things that make you whole. So for Momomo, I come with this YouTube, right? The only thing I need to do differently is I don't need the toxicity of the YouTube. I just need to go back to doing the things that I wanted to do when I got here. So all of this personal stuff that's been going on, I don't need that, because technically if you had a real performing platform, you don't have time to make personal relationships with people.
Good point. That's a very, very good point.
It's a professional relationship all the way around. And if people understood what it meant to be professionals in the first place, we wouldn't have these unprofessional conversations right now. But since they lack the understanding of what it means to be a professional in the first instance, it's easy to have these emotional, toxic exchanges because they have taken it from professional to personal, or they've gotten emotional with it. So it's just, it's just unfortunate. But this has been a real good conversation, and I appreciate your understanding. I feel like I just broke up with the whole YouTube, though.
Well, you know what? People have to put the things that matter to them most first. They really do. Because it would be unreasonable for people to put certain things on the back burner that is important to them. It just would be unreasonable. Because people move into different stages in life, and ultimately people need to respect that. So I don't see a problem with that.
It is,
and it wasn't like you just got up one day and said, "To hell with everybody." I'm moving to Beverly Hills. I don't need to talk to you guys. It wasn't like that.
No, I'm
At
saying.
least you explained.
I'm saying I don't want a repeat of this bullshit that I've seen for so many months now. I just want a peace of mind, and I don't want. I want less confusion, and that's about it. Like,
yes,
even just having like people just come up here because they cannot believe that I got a StreamYard going, right? That's just stupid. Like, you got no time for that. Grow up. Anyway, it is what it is. I'll see you when I see you. I guess I won't be hearing from you, but I am subscribed to the channel, so I do get a notification.
Yes, you'll be seeing what's going on when you pass by, that sort of thing. But I have to now keep in mind, do not send any link.
Well, we appreciate that, but thank you very much. You have a good evening, LMNOP.
All right.
Anybody else wanted to jump up here before I go? Oh, that's what it's called, the Crown Act. Yes, it was. I should have checked the chat. That's the hair, lack of hair discrimination and stuff like that. There's a lot of discrimination that goes on around here. People have a perception of what your image is supposed to look like for them, what's acceptable to them. Be acceptable to yourself. Be true to yourself in everything that you do. I spend my time being honest with me. Most of y'all have come to know me these 5 years because I'm honest and I'm straightforward with myself, and I understand my needs, and I understand my wants, and I understand my limitations. I cannot be held accountable because you folks have not established limitations. You will allow somebody to disrespect you, and then you will reacquaint yourself with the disrespect. If that is the level of, if that's your tolerance level, that's on you. That's not I'm not built like that. That's not my tolerance level. That's yours. I don't fault you for it, but it doesn't work for me. So because I have limits to what I will accept, respect that as well. Respect that I set limits and I execute them. Accept that. I'm less disappointed in myself when I stick to my limits that I accepted, that I set forward, and I have those expectations. Many of you The reason why you're miserable is because you're falling off. If that's a better way to say it. You succumb to pressure. We used to call it peer pressure, but you've succumbed to some kind of pressure that says it's not acceptable for you to have your own standards. No, it's acceptable. The same way people can have negative standards that impact people negatively, you can set some positive standards for yourself and impact yourself on a positive level. Because at the end of the day, when all the dust is clear, it's you who's living in your misery. That's self-created. If you can take down your YouTube and shut it down and forget about it, like I have been able to do for like days at a time and stuff like that, because it's not a stressor, and you can come back and do the things that you enjoy doing, go for it. Go for it. Do you, be you, because I'm definitely going to be that way for me. And if someone believes that I have offended them in some way, maybe I did. If you made me aware of it, and I'm telling you I don't give a fuck about it, there's a history behind that. That's all I can say. There's a history behind it. It just didn't fall out of the clouds, out of anywhere. And that's what the beginning of this live was about. It's not just one single thing in 5 years led to this. It's a combination of stuff. And then it's just been compounded and compounded. And people get to the point that they say, oh, this is something that's been going on and on and on. Oh, it's the same stuff. Well, it's not the same stuff. It's a combination of shit that just continues to keep happening. And people think that it's all right. But it's other people's problems. I cannot help any man or woman out of their hatred for me. I can't help them. But I know in order to hate somebody, I did hear somebody say this, you had to once love them. So when I look at all of this hatred that I keep receiving, I have to say, God damn, these people really loved me at some point. For the record, I ain't give a fuck about you. I let it go. When I first came here on the YouTube, the first set of people that I was like, this is my family and these people, whatever, I really felt something for that group at that time. And I learned something from that. I can't give people that I met on the internet the same energy that I would have gave people that I met in real life. Now, look at it. Look at the result of it. The StreamYards is going down. Tonight's production was brought to you by the M and the O.